All right, now after recording my lengthy Leaving Neverland reaction video, this is a response to our reaction to the R. Kelly Gayle King interview, and I actually sat down and watched it for the first time tonight. Now I only watched like the clip that was around 7 to 12 minutes long. It was like a CNN report on the actual interview. It didn't play the entire thing, but I think the first 8 minutes were the build up to R. Kelly's breakdown, and then CNN or whatever channel chimed in with their thoughts. So I did try to start watching the full, what was it, the hour, 2 hour interview, and about 20 minutes into it, I quit, mainly because I fast forwarded through most of it, and it was just kind of beating around the bush and going into circles. Honestly, it was like a interview that could have been and should have been only maybe 10 minutes or so, but stretched out that long, and it really didn't do much. But I really don't have much to say because I think it's pretty obvious that we all know this is, well, fact. You know, the cult, the girls, and it's not it the debate of R. Kelly isn't the same level of debate that Michael Jackson was when it comes to Leaving Neverland, where you have a man who was found not guilty in court, but at the same time, you have these accusers, whereas R. Kelly, it's kind of like, you're in court for this alleged crime on videotape while also trying to pick up teenage girls while you're on trial. So it's like, yeah, but I feel like the only two things to really take away from this is the biggest question is, number one, how in the world did Gayle conduct herself so calm during that interview? Now that's journalist goals right there. Every time he went off, Robert, and I was just like, wow, that is something else. And the second part is, who in R. Kelly's camp thought this was a good idea? Like, I'm going to be honest, as just somebody on the outside looking in, the only good that has come from this is the memes, the remixes, the gifs, everything in terms of social media. Oh my gosh, my favorite one is probably that video was like, when somebody hits you with a draw four during a game of Uno and R. Kelly's going off. I can relate to that on so many levels because that is me playing Uno. If you ever want to see me at my worst, put me in a game of Uno or let's play bingo, and I can win and that's one of the worst things when you're playing bingo and you have like 3 or 4 different ways to win on the same card. It's like, okay, I can win multiple ways, or they call out like one of 3 specific, numbers or whatever. But then somebody across the room wins and they only got, the free space and then 4 other pieces on the board. Oh, I come from a family of table flippers. You do not want to see that side of me. So with R. Kelly, it's like, bro, if you know even the basics of body language, you can tell that he's lying. He was just trying to pull the sympathy card. It's like, what camera are we on? Okay. And then he just looking into it, talking about how, man, there are people out there that have women literally in chains, human trafficking and whatnot. And now y'all putting all these lies on me. And I'm like, first of all, dude, we pretty much know it's not a lie. You are making a very good point. I mean, R. Kelly is not the only, sex slave cult, whatever you want to call it, person out there. And yeah, I mean, if you want to, I guess you could say R. Kelly supporters would say, if you want to put a witch hunt on the likes of Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, you need to take that same energy and put it to people of all races who are conducting crimes like this, not just the black celebrities. That's the one thing that's been rubbing me the wrong way about this. And no, R. Kelly, he deserves to go to jail to face justice for his crimes, but I just hate how black celebrities are being signaled out in these kind of scenarios where, they're looking to weaponize the Me Too times up movement kind of thing. And with R. Kelly at this point, I believe he was recently released from jail because after this interview, within 24 hours, he was back in jail for like $161,000 of non-paid child support. And during this interview, he's like, I just want to spend time with my kids. And I'm like, I could be wrong, but I never remember R. Kelly ever mentioning kids in my life. I mean, I'm 27 and I don't really remember him at all mentioning kids. I remember reading reports about him not being there for his kids or disowning them or something like that. But yeah, I've never heard him mention his kids in a positive sense of getting to know them. So Yeah, now's a bad time to try to do that when you are about to go to jail for non-paying child support. So all I gotta say is this: for these women or people who are paying what the $100,000 bail now, 100 whatever the bail was for the child support thing, can you contact me because I could really use some help with student loans. Like I don't owe 161,000, but I do owe a lot. But that would really help out. But in any case, I mean, I really don't know what else to say aside from, dude, these memes and videos are hilarious. I mean, as disgusted as I was with the Leaving Neverland documentary, I was able to laugh it away by look every time I go online. There's some new remix or video, trapped in the closet, ignition, or some meme with R. Kelly's expressions. I just can't with that. I have been in tears laughing every day since that interview, from watching the actual interview and clips to watching all the videos and memes, and then actually watching the interview itself earlier tonight. And I'm actually mad because it's like 1:07 right now, but then in about an hour, right, that's when the clock jumps up to like 3, and I want to be pissed off by that. So in any case, I really don't have anything else much to say about the R. Kelly thing. Like I mentioned in Leaving Neverland, am I going to stop listening to the music? Nah. I mean, I grew up with it, so it's not something you can just shut off. I mean, I get it. People are like, you know what? We're going to like cancel R. Kelly, stop listening to the music. But you're not really specific with that, because when you think about R. Kelly and canceling R. Kelly, does that mean just his individual songs on his albums? What about the songs that he's featured on? What about the numerous, songs that he has written for other people, produced for other people? People really need to think about the word boycott and cancel and what it really means before you start to make a movement for it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Same thing with the Michael Jackson. Nope. Still going to jam to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Thriller, so you can get out of my face with that. So that's all I got to say. But in any case, justice, I hope, is served. But I mean, how long can R. Kelly run from this? I'm not an expert when it comes to the legal system in regards to this specific thing, but just because you make bail for being arrested for child support, if you don't pay that child support, can't you go right back to jail again? That kind of reminds me of John Snyder when it comes to the non-payment of spousal support to his ex-wife, and he went to jail for like a few hours because he got released due to an overcrowded prison. But then he lost John Snyder Studios property, but then some other guy bought it and allowed him to actually keep the studio there. So I'm glad to see that he's working and continuously trying to make income to make ends meet. But with R. Kelly, it's like, what was it? He tried to put out a new album and try to go on a tour and everything, but the record label dropped him and nobody's trying to pick him up. And my biggest thing is, instead of doing an interview, I was thinking, why doesn't he do like an album or a song or whatever with each track going over one of these alleged victims? I mean, that would be pretty interesting, because let's be honest here, I think people would probably listen to it. Like the song I Admit, which was like 20 minutes long, that came out last year, I didn't listen to that. Bro, you ain't got no music video. Well, then again, I don't think a visual music video would be the best route for a song like that, but you know what I mean. At least put some remix or something to it. I'm not just going to sit down for 20 minutes and listen to you talk to a song, which is impressive, but I mean, the people saying, like when he got up and started yelling and pointing, it felt like an episode of Trapped in the Closet, or he was about to sing. I can't. That was just too much. I can't. But with that being said, what are your thoughts on the R. Kelly interview? Again, I just find it interesting that Oprah with the Michael Jackson, then Gayle with the R. Kelly thing, it just seemed a bit too coincidental, if you ask me. I'm not saying that, man, they're just trying to take down black, celebrities and whatnot. R. Kelly's obviously guilty. Michael Jackson, dude, he's been dead for almost 10 years. Like, leave the man alone. So those are just my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you like this video. And of course, if there are any other news related topics you want to get my 2 cents on, feel free to let me know. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.